That I do. Well, I think there are a couple of fans taking pictures. This might take another 2 minutes or something. What do you all think?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here. Funny enough, I was here at the TEDxDTU the last time it happened. I think 2017 or 2018, and I'd forgotten how far the campus is. It took me 2 hours to get here, but I'm so glad that I am here. Thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure to spend time in person with bright young minds, as all of you are, and it's a joy to be sharing my experiences in whatever shape and form I've learned through life, which has been a fascinating life. I love the topic for this year's TEDx, which is reality. That's something that I often think about, and I struggle to make sense of it for whatever is it that I've learned. And what I wanted to do today is to get you to consider reality in a very different way from how you perhaps are thinking about it. But before I do that, I want to have a quick measure of the room. So how many of you here are students of DTU? Okay, quite a few. Perfect. And how many of you here are not students? So they've completed? Yeah, not students. So you've completed your education and you're working. Yeah, I can see, of course, a few obvious faces, and yeah, got it. Okay, perfect. So most of you are students. I'll ask you 3 questions to set that context, and those 3 questions will then segue into what is it that I want to share with you. How many of you here are middle class? How many of you here are middle class? Jo log haath nahi utha rahe hain, abhi na? Okay, almost everyone has raised their hands, which is what I invariably always expect. Whenever I ask this question, this is one of my favorite questions, invariably this comes out. What is the definition of middle class? Why do you call yourself middle class? Shout out? Sorry? बिना पैसे देखे हुए कोई चीज नहीं खरीद सकते. A fan company, or go and get the best, brightest jobs that this country has to offer, or perhaps the world. How do you believe that? Yeah, you would walk into a Starbucks with a Windows laptop, वो तुम्हें judge करेंगे. और बोलेंगे इनको सस्ती वाली कॉफी दे दो क्योंकि इनके हाथ नहीं. Thank you, please, thank you. Okay, do we have some questions? Do we have time for that? People have just given up. They're like, आप stage संभाल लीजिए, हम. Okay, questions, please. I think we can take a few.
Can I go first?
No, you decide.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be. Someone who hasn't asked a question. Okay, one. Yeah. Mars. Go, the one in the blue. Is that a blue shirt? Blue shirt, yeah. I'm colorblind. But I do recognize colors. People are like, oh, ये कौन सा color है? मैं अंधा नहीं हूँ. मैं colorblind हूँ. It's a difference. Please.
A very good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And sir, मैंने पिछले 8 months 10 months आपको बहुत फॉलो किया, and मैंने बहुत सारे कंफर्ट जोन अपना ऑलरेडी लीव कर दिया. मैं 2 बार स्टेज पे चढ़ा हूँ, and मैंने मोस्टली स्कूल लाइफ में सिर्फ पेड़ बना स्टेज के ऊपर. अभी रिसेंटली मैंने अपनी पूरी फ्रेशर्स भी होस्ट करी, and मैंने एक फेस्ट होस्ट करा.
I love that.
So I thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. You made it happen. You made it happen. Thank you.
And sir, मुझे बहुत सारी चीजें.
So it's very contradictory. So I would just like to ask what particular idea or conception works for you, or do you think it actually holds true?
One, I must acknowledge the self-awareness, because very rarely do people as young as this even recognize that there is a dissonance in this head. So good job there, Devyani. I'll tell you what the truth is. My answer, frankly, does not matter. And the reason why you are in most likely a dissonance is because you've been asking this question from others. And everyone's going to give you an answer because that's the curse of intelligence. They'll be like, oh, smart लोगों से अगर जवाब मांगने की कोशिश करो तो जवाब 100% मिलेगा. कभी भी एक वापस सवाल नहीं मिलेगा. The question you have to ask instead of hunting for an answer is, why do I need to know the answer before I move forward? Because that's the question that I ask often. In reality, or in life, we will spend an inordinate amount of time trying to come up with the right answer to our questions, or the right choice of the decision we have to make, which is foolish, क्योंकि decision लेने से पहले हमें कभी भी नहीं पता होगा कि सही डिसीजन या चॉइस क्या है। डिसीजन लेने के बाद ही हमें पता चलेगा कि क्या वो सही था या नहीं था। लेकिन उस सही जवाब, सही चॉइस की जद्दोजहद में हम अपना दिमाग खराब करते हैं। हम लोगों से पूछते हैं, राय इकट्ठी करनी शुरू करते हैं, यूट्यूब वीडियोस देखते हैं, किताबें पढ़ते हैं, कंसल्टिंग ग्रुप्स फॉर्म करते हैं, एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस डजंट मेक इट क्लियरर, बिकॉज इफ चॉइस मेड थिंग्स क्लियरर, देन all of you with the most abundant choice that the world has ever seen would be totally figured, and none of you would need any advice. But all of you, I would recognize, are the most confused generation that this world has ever seen, because you're sitting on so many choices. So you have to go back to yourself. The conversation is only with you. And at your age, focus not on finding the right answer. Instead, finding the way that you make answers. Because if you get that rhythm right, zindagi mein main kahin bhi hu, I know how to get to an answer. Trust me, and you have no way of proving this right, and you'll just have to believe me on this. If you are a answer seeker, and that's the only thing you're focused on, and not the right or the wrong answer, you are going to be in the top percentile of the world, irrespective of how smart or not you are. Because most people are just paralyzed by what is the right answer, because of which they never come to the answer. ठीक है?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Having children in future, so that's
जी मतलब? I love that he had someone in mind. Do you have someone in mind already?
no, I'm talking about my
My generation. No, I didn't for a second think that he was proposing to me. I was like, बच्चे हो चुके हैं, नाम हम डिसाइड हो चुका है, स्कूल भी डिसाइड हो चुका है, फीस भी धमला, never mind, sorry.
इसकी लड़की हो चुकी है.
Yeah. So obviously we will have our kids. We were brought up in such certain manner, and
No, please.
we means our generation.
Oh, ठीक है, that makes sense now.
Yes.
He's talking about all of you. क्योंकि जयदीप ने बोला है सबको बच्चे करने पड़ेंगे.
कोई भी लड़के होते हैं.
Please, Jaydeep.
So we are brought up in a point. We are brought up in a certain manner. So obviously there is a definition of success. We have been inculcated. Now how we do our parenting in the next future, so that this definition of success changes from the upbringing.
That's a brilliant question, man. I love that question, because that is something that I think about a lot. We have kids, and now I don't mean we as a new generation. I mean generally me and my wife. We have never left. Please better, Jaydeep. Thank you so much.
टेड टॉक्स का हम शो देखा है खत्म भाई, सब कुछ खत्म हो गया. क्लास परफॉर्मेंस रह रही है. हम उसको घंटा नहीं जानते थे. गिनती के 10 से 15 मेंबर बचे थे बस लास्ट वाले उसमें. और अब हम यहाँ पे एक कॉन्सर्ट टाइप कुछ हो रहा है सामने, मैं दिखा देता हूँ आपको. फुल माहौल सेट है भाई. ठीक है, बस एक आध गाना गाना सुन के कुछ बढ़िया सा, इनकी हरकत देख के बढ़िया सा फिर चलते हैं अपना आराम से मस्ती में. जीतू के घर से फ़ोन आ रहा है, मेरे भी घर से फ़ोन आ रहा है. सुबह 6 बजे से निकले पड़े हैं भाई हम तीनों. मैं तो 6 बजे निकले. और माहौल तो है. हाँ भाई, माहौल तो है भाई जीतू. फुल भाई बोला
वही इसकी वीडियो बना ले. अरे भाई मेरा फोन तो भर गया.
उस्ताद जी फिर 50 रुपए एक कॉपी भी.
क्या बोल रही पब्लिक? थोड़ा शोर मचा दो यार, बहुत फैंसी होने वाला है. तो गाइस, सारे कंपटीशन देखे सबने? देखिए सबसे बेस्ट कंपटीशन कौन सा लगा है? आवाज ही नहीं आ रही है यार.
Based on a ruler, a warrior, a pandit, a villain, A person who had almost every possible trait
भाई ये गाना आना नहीं
a
गाना
living being can possess. The song is called as Ravan.
कितने फटीक करिए उन्होंने ना
यार मेरे फोन में तो वही नहीं है ना।
फॉर टुडे और अब हम बैठ चुके हैं मेट्रो में। अब हम वापस चल रहे हैं घर और थकान हो चुकी है थोड़ी थोड़ी। यही तेरे किसी ने तेरी लड़की की मेरी वाली भी दिखाओ ना। मेरी वाली
मैं हूँ तू नहीं है
तू नहीं। अब मैं तुम्हारी नहीं भेजूंगा एक भी फोटो। बाय बाय।
उड़ता ही फिरूं इन हवाओं में कहीं या मैं झूल जाऊं।
तो गाइस हम मोटा सिटी सेंटर पहुंच चुके हैं और हमारा ब्लॉग अब यहीं खत्म होने वाला है। बस अभी के अपना ब्लॉग खत्म करते हैं। और भाई बहुत सही था, बहुत तगड़ा सीन था। ओके बाय गाइस। तो गाइस हम पहुंच गए हैं यहाँ बस अड्डे पे और अब मैं बोर हो चुका हूँ इनकी शक्लें देख के। मुझे घर जाना है। सुबह 6 बजे तो मेरे को कुत्तों की तरह घुमा रहे हैं ये और फिलन की गाड़ी के पीछे ही भागा कुत्तों की तरह। कहीं मैं कुत्ता तो नहीं, कहीं मैं कुत्ता तो नहीं। बट यार विलन नहीं मिला यार, इस बात का सबसे ज़्यादा रिग्रेट है। एक फ़ोटो मिल जाती है ना भगवान कसम।